Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Joji and I do makeup tutorials and makeup reviews right on my channel. So if you want to see more of my videos, make sure to subscribe. And in today's video, I am going to review an eyeshadow palette that for me is the prettiest so far that I have seen this year. And this one is from Anastasia Beverly Primrose palette for face and eyes. Just like, oh my god, this is my eyeshadow. Like, I'm so drawn to this color and I just love it. If you want to see all the colors, the swatches, I'm also going to show you some similarities from other palette that I already own. So if you want to see all of that, just keep on watching. Alright you guys, here it is. I am super excited to open this palette because actually when I bought this from Sephora, it was sitting on my makeup room for like a few days and I cannot wait to use it. I cannot wait to show you guys. So this is the actual packaging, like the exterior packaging. This is the ingredients at the back right here and the color story is over here. And then now I'm going to show you the actual palette itself. This is how it looks like. It has a rose gold details on the side. It is so sleek, very sturdy. I love the texture on the palette and of course the Anastasia Beverly hairs right here. This palette retails for $72 Canadian. So I'm super excited. So here it is. Let me just remove the plastic. See, like I still have all of this. And look at that. Isn't it just so pretty? I'm like, feel like my soul is like so full right now. I'm like super excited with this palette. When I first saw it online, I was just like, yes, I didn't doubt it. Like I just like, I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna go to the store, buy it. I don't even want to order it online because I recently ordered from Sephora and I'm still waiting for that order and I haven't received it. This one, no chance. I'm gonna go there and get it myself. So I went and get it. So you're gonna get 10 eyeshadow colors and 2 for your face, like the blush. There is a mix of matte and metallic on this palette. Take a look at the color story and I'm gonna do some swatch for you guys. And here you go guys, this is the swatches and the shade of this palette. Look at that, it is so beautiful, it is so pigmented and this swatch is really good, especially this shade. I'm very impressed. So this one is a rose water with metallic bright opal. Honey, it is a matte sandy beige. Sparkling amber, it is a metallic rose gold. Primrose, matte dusty rose. Mango, matte coral peach. Peony, sparkling petal pink with gold reflex. Rouge, matte rose beige brown. Fire opal, metallic bright copper with opal reflect. Deep berry, it is a matte deep berry. It swatches really good. And the claret, matte rich plum, and here is the 2 blushes here. A grapefruit, matte pink coral, and last but not the least, saddle with matte terracotta. So beautiful. I really love all the shades. They swatch really well. I'm super excited to try this on. Alright, let's get started. So basically this palette you can create from a day look to a night look because it is just so pretty, and this palette reminds me of a more of a bridal look for me because it has a lot of pinks, there is nudes, there are neutrals and warms. It's a combination of those colors which just remind me of a bridal makeup look. This one comes with a mirror as well. I already peeled the plastic. I'm going to try the honey shade right here and I'm going to use the mirror from the palette. I'm using my NYX number 16 brush. I'm going to apply it here on my crease. So the first thing that I noticed with the palette, it is a soft pressed formula. So make sure that you don't dig your brush so much. Just lightly dip your brush into the palette. It is definitely pigmented as you see. And so far so good, no problem with the formula. Blending is really good and I love that color. It's always looking orange on my skin and I don't know why, but I don't mind it. Like, I'm not complaining. But let me just build up a little bit. I'm gonna show you more of a daytime look first and then we can transition to a nighttime. There you go. The first shade, so far so good, blending really well. And I'm gonna move on to the next shade. I'm going to change my brush. This time I'm going to use my E33 from Sigma, and I'm picking the shade, this one right here. It is the Rouge. Darken my corner right here. Wow, you guys, this eyeshadow like just pays off so much. You don't need a lot, and you make sure that you dab your brush, because I think I didn't do that. But look at that pigmentation. Like, the formula is so beautiful and it stays true to the color. Okay, I'm just gonna bring it a little higher over here. Let's see. See, I have really little eyes, so I'm really working on not a really big space, but if you have a smaller brush, you can work on really well with this. I'm also going to add a little bit of mango around my crease area. Just dab it in and just kind of like put it on top of the first shade, just to give it a little bit more warmer. As you see, really nice, no problem at all. Like, the shades are blending so well. Let me just add a little bit of Rouge. That's the one thing I noticed with Anastasia Beverly's formula. It is very powdery and you don't need to really dive in there. Like, just get a little bit. So that is so far what I have done. 3 shades, Honey, Mango, and Rouge. And then I could just go very simple look actually, and really easy to recreate. And I'm just gonna kind of bring this up a little bit more higher, because I have hooded eyes, so when I look, then I can still see my shadow. Alright, then I'm picking up the Rose Water, the very first shade right here, with my finger. I noticed also all the metallic shades are really velvety, and you don't need to press too much. Right now, if you're looking at it, you know, like, I just barely touch it and already it's kind of like crumbly over there. So just keep that in mind. Wow, it's definitely, I have so much product on my finger, so I feel like I did a little bit of fallout right here. Let me just clean it before it gets crazy. Okay, and I'm just gonna blend it with my finger. Wow, how pigmented this palette is. It's so crazy. And then let me just blend this a little bit, just to soften the edge. Alright, so I did have some fallout. Like I said, don't pick up too much. So that is my first look, and I could just leave it like that if I wanted to, just for a daily look or like daytime look. This is so amazing. You can just put a brown eyeliner that almost look like a smudge, or a, you know, liquid eyeliner that's black. That's a really good daytime look. Like, it's so easy. Didn't really give me a hard time of blending the eyeshadow. Now I'm gonna go on this side. I'm going to make it more of a nighttime look with the same shade, but more. I'm gonna add more shade. I'm gonna go with the Honey again. Just kind of blend it in right there. Then I'm gonna go pick up a little bit of Mango shade with my E33 brush, just to keep it more warm. I love the shade Mango, guys. Okay, now picking up the Rouge shade with the same brush, just a tiny bit, and just place it in the corner. As you see, I'm really blending like no problem. Not a problem at all. It's so velvety that it doesn't loosen the pigmentation. So right when you blend in, I feel like it doesn't skip any of my skin around my eyes. It just covers it, even though I'm moving the product a lot. Also, it is not dry formula. That's what I love with the eyeshadow. If the eyeshadow is just in the perfect amount of velvety, just not so dry, that's what I love, because I know that I can move the color and the shades, and it's a flexible one. I can really work with it, so I love that. Then I'm gonna add the shade Claret to darken this up a little bit. Same brush, just gonna add it on the bottom right here. Wow, Look at that shade. It's so pigmented that it's not even a question if you're losing that pigment. No, like this one is so good. I love it. Make it softer because this is a night look. Going back to my E33, just kind of bring it a little higher. And then I'm gonna grab the shade Deep Berry because this is the darkest shade of this palette, and I was very impressed earlier when I swatched it that it didn't look patchy. So I'm just gonna add a little bit of that on top of Claret just to get a little bit more darker, but just right here. Okay, so it's definitely there. As you see, it's darkening it up a bit more. Next shade, I have to try the Fire Opal. I feel like this is the most impressive shade in this palette. It's just so beautiful. Look at this. Look at that. Like, it's just so beautiful, and I so love this kind of shade. So I'm gonna have to apply it right here. Oh my god, like it just, I feel like it's like an endless pigment to this eyeshadow that I just couldn't believe it. Like, it's just so, look how the products still keeps covering and moving and blending even after I put a little bit. So I'm getting a lot of fallouts, guys. Like, if you notice around here, I feel like I am picking up way too much product than what I need, and I don't like that. We don't want that situation. So I'm going to try to see if I can get rid of it before it sinks into my skin. Okay, so I managed to get rid of it, and then let me just blend this a little bit higher because, you know, like I'm saying, I have a hooded eye, so when I tend to look straight and open my eyes, you barely see the eyeshadow. So I'm going to just bring it up a little higher. Most of the time, this is how I do my makeup. Okay, I think I am satisfied with that. Now you can see a lot more darker in this side, and I'm going to apply the shades on the bottom right here. I think I'm gonna start with Mango. Let me just do a Mango right now. And then I'm going to also use a shade Primrose, which is the name of the palette. This one has a very interesting reflex to it. Let me see if I could see the glitter. Oh yes, it's still there, and you can tell that it's so pretty too. Oh my god, I love it. I love every single color from this palette. And I'm also adding the darkest shade, Deep Berry, on the bottom, just to smoke it out a lot more. Okay guys, I am back, and this is the eye makeup look. I am super happy with this, and now it's time to try the blushes. So I'm going to apply the shade Grapefruit using my NARS Yashiro brush. Just tap it in. Again, it is a very powdery formula, really soft press. So I'm going to just kind of like focus right here, and that is the first application. And as you see, the shade is just beautiful. It's not as super light on my skin, which is I was expecting, and I did not want that. I'm so glad that it looks like this. It's more of a definitely bright peachy on my tone, but it's nice. It goes really well with the eye makeup look, and I just keep building up. It is a matte finish, so it's really good, and I love that. Oh my god, that is such a beautiful blush color. Look how even it is. It's really pigmented, even though it is quite a bit light on the packaging, but it does shows up on my skin, which is very interesting. And also, I'm gonna try the subtle blush on this side as well, so you guys can see. And with this one, I have to be careful. I know that it's gonna be pigmented, so we'll just put it here. Yeah, I see that right away. Oh wow, it is definitely there. So be careful with this shade, guys. Like, you could tell that it's almost creating that, how do I say this, like, you know, when you first apply the product on your skin and you didn't top it. I don't know the term, but definitely be careful and just try to blend it if it happens to you. Just gonna blend it, the edge, and yeah. The good thing with this product though, the main thing that I noticed is it's very, very flexible. Like, even though I saw that first when I applied it, I was worried a little bit because I thought it's gonna get me like a mark over there, but when I start blending it with a brush, it actually kind of like fade and it went really nice. Okay, so that is the blush right there. It's beautiful. I really love the color as well, but I would definitely careful with how I apply this blush. I don't know if I should add more because I feel like that is enough, but let me just build up a little bit around here. Yeah, that is so pretty. It's so pretty. Alright guys, so here is the two blushes on my cheek right now. This is the grapefruit and this is the saddle. What do you think? Which one is your favorite? Which one would you go to more and wear it more? To me, they are both look amazing. They blend really well. They're very flexible. Definitely like more of a pink, and this is more of a like brown terracotta. But I think I like this one a lot more because of the subtleness. It's a little bit more brighter. It's a good color. I think everyone can use this even though you're fair, because it does look different than in the palette. You think that it will like a little lighter, but this one is actually really good. So let me know, leave a comment down below which one you prefer more, this grapefruit or the saddle. And now I'm gonna show you a similar shade that I already have in collection, like a palette, to kind of like, you know, let you know guys if you wanted to get it. If you have a similar one, maybe you don't need to get it. So first thing I have here is the Too Faced Teddy Bear palette, which is, I am not impressed with this one. It just didn't you know, it's not what I expect, so I wasn't that impressed, but I kept it anyway because the palette is so cute and it smells good. So here is the Too Faced, as you can see, and here is the Anastasia, of course. And you could tell it's ridiculous that the Anastasia is just way bigger palette, and this one is just super cute. But look at the color story, it is similar, very similar. So if you already have this and you like this palette, maybe you don't need it, but because I did not like it as much as this one, I don't know, that's why I get this. I know that I have similar, and I have another palette that is more affordable and it's quite similar to the Primrose as well. So I got this one. This is from Murphy, the 35XO. So apparently this packaging is not available, but they come with a black packaging now. I got this last year, and look at the shades inside of this palette. It is so beautiful, and you could really tell that it's very close to the Primrose. I'm gonna put them side by side, as you can see, except that this palette doesn't have a blush shades, but you could tell that it's very similar and it's more affordable. So if you're looking for affordable ones, these are definitely more closer to that palette, because Primrose is definitely on a high-end price, so I would recommend to get that 35XO. So now it's time for my final thought about this palette. So it's definitely on a higher end price, but I love it and I think that it's worth it. The other thing that I want to mention is all the formulation of this palette, all the shades are very pigmented, which is really good. It pays off. It's so amazing. The blushes, I love it. Yeah, the only thing that I want to mention is when I was applying earlier, I got a bit more fallout, which is I have to be careful, and you guys have to be careful if you have it and if you're about to just use it. You know, just be careful with how you apply. Don't put too much product on the brush, or you know, I was already using my finger earlier when I was grabbing the metallic shades and I still get fallout because I feel like I have way too much product than what I need, and that's why it's probably making a lot of fallouts, but I managed to remove it. It's not super crazy. I just wanted to put it out there. Overall, the palette is so amazing. It is very usable. I think that I will use it a lot more often. You can create like I showed you earlier, day and night really good, so it's definitely worth it. And I think that's everything from me today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a big thumbs up. Also, don't forget to subscribe on my channel, hit the notification bell so that you are updated whenever I have a new video. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you on my next one. Bye guys!